the quiz funnel should arguably be the top of funnel strategy across everything in your business.
When you get to some reasonable scale, once you're established, you've proven your USP, you've a product market fit. At that point, Snack Nation, let's take that as an example. Is your suggestion, or in their case, however you want to take it, that is the top of funnel for everything? Is that part of the marketing mix? Is that one of the lead magnets that are out there that helps? How do you see that?
So now we're in this new era where you must have a first and zero party data strategy. Now, first party data, just to set some definitions, that's information that you track on your website for people, how they're behaving in the background. So that's like Google Analytics, right? You're tracking what people click on, where they spend time, but that's done in the background. Zero party data is data that your users are explicitly and voluntarily sharing with you and knowingly sharing. i.e., you have a quiz on your website and people are answering that assessment or quiz or the questions that you put in front of people so that you can better sell to them, but ultimately better serve them. Now, here's where it all starts to come together. Facebook does not have access to that third-party data anymore. However, when you use the right technology and you have the right strategy, you can capture this zero-party data on your own website and you can feed that back to Facebook and say, the people who have told me on my website that they're going on a hiking trip and they're looking to buy a backpack and their budget is $200 or more and their favorite color is red, that data profile, find me more people like that. And Facebook can say, no problem, because you're feeding that information back to them. So if you're not doing that right now, and Facebook has actually come out and said this, your cost per acquisition is going to be 3 to 4 times higher than what it was pre-iOS 14.5. So if you were spending $5 a lead pre-iOS 14, expect to pay $25 a lead. Now, what we're seeing in our user base, because again, we have a technology platform, 12,000 quiz funnels, 30 million people go through it, 200 million data points every single year. What we found is that people who are using this strategy have been able to cut their cost for advertising down by 30 to as much as 90%. Why is that? Because where the rest of the world is struggling to figure out this new game, like we've moved from flag football to tackle football. Much of the world is still trying to play flag football right now. But when the rules changed in 2021 and became tackle football, it's only been a small handful of advertisers who have made the moves necessary to have their own zero-party data strategy where they can feed the information back. And by it's not just Facebook, it's also the Google ecosystem as well. So Google and YouTube, and they have their own version of a conversion optimizer, which is called Performance Max. And with Facebook, you have what's called the CAPI or the CAPI, the Conversion API, and you've got Performance Max with Google. So they each have their own massive super brains, these AI super brains that you are either taking advantage right now and pumping that information in so that you can get the right quality traffic to your business, or you're not, and you will lose. So I know that was a bit of a tirade on this topic, but it is the single most important thing that any business who generates leads and or customers online needs to be putting in place right here, right now, this year, 2022, is that zero-party data strategy. And I'm not talking about just knowing a person's email address. That's not enough information. You need a strategy to gather this data so that you can build a rich data profile and have an accurate data match. So that way, when you're advertising and serving those clients, you have the strategy in place.